everybody, Mike Naso here from Internet Partnership Radio with the latest on a powerful coastal storm that is taking the southeast by surprise, but you may need the rain in areas of Florida as well as Georgia where you've had some nasty wildfires. Here's the latest water vapor image of the Atlantic on this Tuesday, May 8th, 2007, still almost a month away from the official start of Atlantic hurricane season, but hey, we've seen storms develop in April, we've seen them in February, in December, and January, so why not throw May in there for the Atlantic? It's happened before. This may or may not become a named storm if it gets enough tropical characteristics. If it gets enough deep convection as it moves over the Gulf Stream here towards land, it may become subtropical or even tropical storm Andrea, and we're going to watch that very closely. As of right now, you can see there's still a lot of dry air, but unlike yesterday, the dry air is not mixed within the actual low itself. So this system does have some potential to develop. Now here's a closer look at the water vapor from the National Hurricane Center website, and you can see still this dry air pushing in. Very, very strong dry air. I mean, it's a good push. But when you start to see these thunderstorms kind of blow up here, that's a sign that the system's working against the dry air and trying to develop. So it's still kind of up in the air if we're going to get a named storm, but certainly based on the latest satellite loop, which you could see there, the visible loop, this system continues to move right off towards the west, maybe a little north, a little southwest, generally wobbling. But notice how you're starting to get more convection building. If it could get deeper convection, then there is the chance that this could get a name. Regardless of if it gets a name, you can see it continues to move towards the coast. Now, the exact forecast track of this system is still a little bit up in the air because it's not precisely a tropical cyclone or something seasonal, which we could look back on. There's the quick scat. You can see very, very large low pressure with this. And a lot of the winds that they were getting yesterday on the Outer Banks were upwards of 50 miles an hour, maybe higher in gusts. Some of the wave heights were unbelievable up there, 40-foot waves. I mean, a very, very nasty coastal storm. So, does it get a name? Well, regardless, this should be a wake-up call for those along the East Coast that hurricane season and an active and potentially dangerous one is on the way. Here's the latest model guidance on 90L, and you can see they're all over the place, but generally in good agreement of somewhere within this circle here. I know that's kind of vague, but that's the best you could do. Notice the current motion is off towards, as I mentioned, the west or west-southwest. Of course, the extrapolated is the current motion out 120 hours. That's not going to happen. In fact, the likelihood potentially is that this could end up getting towards the coastline and then maybe coming and pulling back around. That's a potential track forecast, but it's still up in the air. You just don't know, but you got to keep a close eye on this thing, as I know we at IPR and of course the official information at the National Weather Service and the Hurricane Center are as well. You can see the sea surface temperature is very warm in the Caribbean and Gulf, but still in the process of warming. The Gulf Stream, kind of warm. The system has been kind of sitting on the periphery of cooler water up here toward the east and the warmer water of the Gulf Stream to the west. As it transitions across the Gulf Stream, we are now seeing more convection fire, and we are seeing, as mentioned, the potential that this could become Andrea later tonight or Wednesday morning. Of course, it is still going to cause a lot of swells along the East Coast. You can see the NOAA wave forecast for 24 hours. Still a lot of high surf here along the East Coast, and we could be seeing this continue for a couple of days. Pretty high swells. If you get caught in a rip current, swim up or down the beach. Don't swim against it into the surf, because that will help drag you down. Of course, I wouldn't be in the water anyway. It's still a little bit too chilly right along the coastline, and I don't like high surf. You can see the Gulf Stream here better on the sea surface temperature map, and this is where the system was sitting yesterday, whatever was trying to develop with it, and it's now right in this area, so it is over the Gulf Stream waters. And this does give it the potential, once again, to develop. But we're going to keep an eye on it, regardless of if it gets a name. It is a coastal storm, and that is why I'm doing this video update, to give you latest information on it. And again, keep an eye on this. This could become Andrea. If not, it is still an impressive coastal low. and we're going to see if it gets a little bit more thunderstorms and exactly where it tracks. Right now, if you're along the coastline of South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, keep a close eye on this system, as we will tonight on Center of Circulation on Internet Partnership Radio, and tomorrow night on the first Tropical Roundtable of the 2007 hurricane season on Internet Partnership Radio. Stay tuned to PodWeather and IPR. I'll see you next time.